Hi, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. This is Oliver Wiedmaier at Ali _ all caps on Twitter. This is a market review for March 28th through April 1st. Whenever I do these market reviews, I like to explain what I'm doing and show you exactly what I'm doing so that one day, hopefully soon, you can be independent in your research and you won't rely on people like me to do the market reviews for you. So, thank you so much for being here. If you aren't subscribed, please subscribe. If you don't follow me on Twitter, please follow me on Twitter. I really appreciate it. I will do a market review and I will do a watch list for the names that I'm interested in going into next week. So the first thing we do is we like to look at the market's breadth from the inside out. So the first thing I do is I look at the number of stocks above the 200-day moving average. So here we are in TradingView looking at the NASDAQ comp stocks above the 200-day moving average. So we can see that we had a clear move to the right, which is very good. The more stocks that are getting above the 200-day moving average is a signal that stocks are getting stronger and that the market's overall getting more healthy. So 200-day is the bottom of the barrel, the very first level indicator that a lot of stock traders use to indicate whether a stock is bullish or bearish. And so the more that we can get over the 200-day, the healthier the market is. The next one would be the 50-day moving average. So this is the number of percent of stocks above the 50-day average. We can see a huge spike up well over this consolidation period with a little retest, which is exactly what we want to see. The next leg would be up in this area, which would signal even a stronger, healthier market, which is what we want to see in order to increase exposure, start going long, and start really trying to make some money in the market. Now we look at some indices. This is the Dow Jones Industrial Moving Average, not a indice that I like to put a whole lot of weight towards because it is only 30 names, but it's something that we need to watch whenever we do these market analysis. So it ran into the 200-day moving average, which we expected it to, consolidating above the 50-day moving average, which is very good. So hopefully we can make a move higher next week. But so far, the Dow Jones is looking strong and looking healthy. This is the New York comp. Again, closed over the 200-day, which is a very important indicator, as we talked about just a few minutes ago. The 50 needs to get above the 200-day, but for now, this is a strong move to the up and right, which is exactly what we want to see. The NASDAQ comp is lagging a bit. We did have a nice move, but we are still very much away from the 200-day, which is something that, again, like I said, that we need it to get above and hold above in order for us to really start trying to rack in some money. Now moving on to some ETFs, ARKK. This is the innovation ETF, about 50% off of the highs. Actually, let's double check that. About 58% off the highs. For me, I needed to consolidate. I need this 50-day to curl up, and then hopefully can get out of the stage one and move into the stage two base. Another ETF that I like to look at is the Ffty. This is the Innovator IBD 50. And so this is something that I like to trade a lot of the names that they trade. So when this stock is doing well, usually that's a reflection of the names that I like to trade. So this is something I like to watch. A little pullback to the 21 or to the 50 would be healthy before it makes its way to the stage two. So strong move last week. IWM. Consolidating over the 50-day. Again, a pullback to the 21 would be very healthy. Needs to get over 208 in order for it to really start making a move into the consolidation period that was before the correction. I will jump around a little bit. The Qs is something a lot of growth investors like to watch. It's now in this zone, which is a zone that I have for whether I want to be involved in the names or not. So for me, I am starting to take on some risk in some of the QQQ names. Again, I need the 50-day to curl up, a little consolidation here and to make its way up and to the right would be ideal for me. But again, this is an environment that I am interested in trading, but I am being very careful and I'm keeping my risk very, very small. If I held my short under 380, then I would be in banking, but I didn't, and that's okay. I will jump around a little bit some more. SLX Steel is absolutely ripping. It is due for a pullback. 65 would be the next level of support. SPY. So it is holding over the 200-day, and actually it did pull back right to the 200-day and then made its way higher. So for me, I think 456 will be the next level where it's going to have to consolidate a bit. And for me, if it can consolidate really good here, probably all week long, I think moving through it on some volume would get me interested in actually longing the SPY. But for now, it needs to either pull back or consolidate under. This is just a bit too loose. And, we are, 8% or so, 9% off of the most recent low. And we are 10% off of the lowest low. And we are about 6% away from high. So not in terrible shape. But for me, I would like it to see it either consolidate or test this downtrend area 440 or, hit the 456 area, consolidate a little bit here. And then in fact, I will make a little box just so we can see what it does next week. Oh, no, not this. Oh, gosh. How do I make a box? Here we go. Needs to consolidate. I also like to look at Bitcoin, make it a nice strong move. This would be considered a stage 1, and then any kind of retest on the 21, and then cut through 45 to 46 area would be the beginning of stage 2, and then of course a run to all-time highs would be more likely. But as of right now, still kind of chopping around in this stage 1. And here is gold. This is an interesting chart. This massive weekly cup and handle. It did try to test the top of the handle, but has been sold into. And so now it's just kind of chopping around. Don't know what's going to happen, of course, but it could possibly be making a small cup and handle inside of the handle of the large cup and handle. So that is interesting. So that is something that I am watching. The VIX, this is obviously something that we want to pay close attention to. For me, 22 was the big number, 22.6 was the big number, and it sliced right through it, which is awesome. So that means that volatility is getting less, and that's exactly what we want. So now we'll move on to some individual names. So Apple, for me, I would like to see it again either consolidate under 176 or test this area here. Apple, Apple and SPY usually trade a little bit together, so that is why the charts look a little bit similar right now. But I mean, absolutely ripping off of the 150 test. So if you caught it in this area, that's really awesome. I have not. I like something more tight. I wish like if this got tight and then punched through, I would be interested in that. But obviously tested and broke down. This is an area that I bought because it was nice and tight. It had a nice downtrend and it came through on super high volume. So that was a really nice trade for me. Okay. AVGO. If you're not in this name, then look for it to test the 610 area on some volume, on the volume on the bounce. But for me, I'm already in it from lower, so I just have it on my watch list. Bros, I needed to build under 63. This chart is just getting all kind of choppy. So, it's going to need to prove itself for me to get interested in it. Microsoft, this is really getting tight here, which is what I really like. I have alert set for 304, and I'll take entry about 305.2. O'Reilly, I needed to consolidate just a little bit under 710.8 and then slice through on some volume. PSA, I would like it to slice through 378 on volume. For me, most likely would be a day trade and holding just a partial overnight. And the reason for that is because it's extended off the 21. RES, I'm already in this name. So if you're not in it, it would not be a good trade for you. TAN, I needed to consolidate a little bit here, but I am looking for it to move out of this base here to move into a stage 2. Ulta, I'm trying this name. I haven't found a good spot yet, but I have it on my watch list because I think if it can kind of dip down in here and consolidate a bit, I think I might be able to find a spot that I'm interested in. But I do love how this is really basing out and the numbers are really good. So this would be more of a position for me. Jump around a little bit on. This is a name that I really want to get into. Needs to take out 63.9 on volume. EBC, this has an insane weekly chart. Would need to break the 22 on volume. And if it does, I will take a position. I'll set an alert. Alert on trend line. Perfect. Last one is RSG. For me, I need it to break, about 132.5. Look at the weekly on this. Really like that. Okay, so that's it. If you have any questions, please give me a message on either YouTube or either comment down in the YouTube comments, or please hit me up on Twitter, Ali_all caps. I really appreciate you guys. And I hope you guys learned something. Thank you.